What I've learned in the past 4 years that I have been in high school. The last 4 years of high school go by way quicker than you anticipate. The friends you make along the way, as well as the lessons you learn, are some of the most important lessons in our lives. The friends you make often shape you out to be who you are when you're older, so it's always wise to choose right. Lessons like fighting with your friends, the making up, or relationship stuff in high school shapes people and prepares you for the real world when dealing with people. There will always be rough patches throughout life. High school will probably be the worst of it, or some of the worst of it. This is all part of the high school experience, which is setting you up for when you leave school and go on with your life. How I've grown from middle school to high school still shocks me to this day. In my first year of high school, ninth grade, I was lazy, didn't want to do anything, almost failed all my classes, and just had an attitude towards everyone, including teachers. I left ninth grade with a 1.6 GPA, which still to this day makes me upset at myself for blowing any and everything off like it didn't matter. One summer later in 10th grade, everything changed for me though. It was like a switch flipped in me and I started taking school seriously, not disrespecting anyone anymore and getting my grades up without having 2 pages of missing assignments. I matured enough to realize what I was doing that year wasn't going to help me in my future and I was just setting myself up for failure. Having good grades and being on time to school isn't just about school itself. It's making sure you can get stuff done and correct as well as showing up on time to say your job or to do your job or just anything in general. As for the attitude aspect, maturing enough to realize being hostile 80% of the time ain't going to work out for me in the real world, especially for getting a job because they're going to tell you what to do and you're going to do it. I hated teachers telling me what to do until I realized it's their job and they're just trying to help me succeed in life so I can have a bright future. Now that I'm older and have realized these things, the person I am today is not what people expected me to be. I have 5 jobs during the year, 2 during winter, and 3 during summer. I show everyone respect as long as they deserve it, which is something I would never do in my younger years. I'm nice to everyone I meet now, as well as starting conversations and getting to know people before assuming. School also showed me being on time isn't an option in the real world, which is something I used to struggle with, as well as getting my tasks done, which is a need and I didn't tend to care until now. Which I want the younger students to know is that high school is preparing you for everything in the real world, especially with work. You may think you can just show up whenever and do just enough assignments to pass and everything will be fine. In reality, you're just messing up yourself for the future. When you start these habits, you tend to stick to them and it's hard to break off. Showing up on time and doing your assignments is a way of showing that you are responsible and you can be relied on without someone having to be in your ear making you do whatever it is. How I want to be remembered is how much of a change I had from my early years. Hardworking is one of the biggest due to the fact I'm nonstop working during school and even after. Going from a D student to an honor roll student, averaging a 3.5 GPA since 10th grade. I want to be known as a nice guy who isn't afraid to speak his mind or speak in general. I hope people can reflect on what I've done in school and follow the same steps I did in my 10th grade year. I don't want to be known for how I was in ninth grade and before because that is not who I am now.